Well, let's move on to SmackDown. So let me change the date. SmackDown 510. SmackDown May 10th, 2024 is what we're moving on to. And then we'll go to AEW if we have time. But
No, I mean, okay, yeah, if we have time. I think that's fair, actually. Yeah.
all right, so the first bookmark I have for SmackDown is Cody Rhodes. So he didn't come on Raw, but he's here on SmackDown as the Universal Champion. You know, I was expecting him to be like on Raw and SmackDown, like a real workhorse. But now he's turning into Roman Reigns. Pretty soon he's gonna hardly be on the show either. You know, but
I don't think so, bro. I don't really see that, but okay.
Let me see. So he was talking, and he got introduced his next opponent, which was Logan Paul. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Logan Paul came into the ring, got a lot of boos, got a lot of heat, put himself over, talking about his accomplishments. Cody tried to put him over too, because they got to put this match over. But you know, Vlad, you could talk about Logan Paul if you want, but I know you've praised him in recent times. I mean, another title match for him, same like he had against Roman.
I was just about to say the same kind of thing. Wasn't it last year in Saudi Arabia that he faced Roman? Like the same moment, same spot.
Yeah.
I think they for some reason I don't know if he's big in Saudi Arabia or somebody's asking for him specifically. For the Saudis are asking for him. I don't really know the deal here. I don't really know why he's getting a title shot. I actually can't really make sense of that. But I mean, he's a heel and Cody's a babyface, so it kind of works. But I guess maybe unless you want to say like the U.S. champion should be a number one contender, I don't really know how you can make sense of him being.
No, I mean, can't you make sense of it based on how you're just saying he's been a really good worker lately and a strong character on the show?
Yes, of course, but shouldn't you kind of have an explanation of why he's all of a sudden getting a title shot? I mean, I don't know. I mean, at least with AJ, he won like something. He won something.
That's what Nick Aldis. That's Nick Aldis' decision. He's the general manager. I'm introducing you to your next opponent. Yeah. He's booking this.
But just to be a smart, it only seems to happen when he's in Saudi Arabia for some reason. They let him in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. I don't know.
It's also another match that is obviously not going to be a Logan Paul victory.
That's true.
So
for sure, yeah, it's gonna be a good match, and you know, obviously, I'm very impressed with Logan Paul in the short amount of time that he's been involved in wrestling. He seems to have a better understanding of what it's all about than guys that have been in the business for like 15, 20 years that are still in other companies or on the independent scene or whatnot. He has a really good understanding of like what it's about and how to be a heel and things like that. So I'm impressed with him, and yeah, this will be good. In some sense, it just as you said, it's like a little kind of flat because like it's Saudi Arabia again, and he's already gotten an opportunity last time in the same situation, so it's kind of like repeating the stuff that they already kind of have done.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Robert, do you want to make a comment about Logan Paul getting the title shot or no?
It doesn't make sense to me, but. You know, if you asked me the same question like last year or 2 years ago, I would have been like kind of annoyed by it because you know he's you know he hasn't put in the amount of time that you know other wrestlers.
He's growing on you. He's growing on you.
But you know what? Every performance that I've seen from him, he's impressed me. So I at this point I've stopped doubting him, and I know that it's gonna be a good bout, and it should be a good feud too, because you know obviously he's comfortable on the mic. So yeah, so I'm not gonna complain about it, but it doesn't make sense.
All right, so let's move on with SmackDown. Let's see what else I got bookmarked. Jade Cargill. She was facing. This is a Queen of the Ring match. She's facing Piper Niven. Interesting matchup. One-on-one matchup. One of the first really one-on-one showcases with Jade. I don't know if you guys watched this at all. I mean, it was a very slow, methodical match. She sold a lot for Piper, which was, I think, pretty good, right? To say, hey, you know, it was a struggle for her against this big woman, you know, but she held her own. a lot of test of strength type of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of power moves.
A lot of power moves. So this one was pretty crazy. They're getting slammed in the face with Piper Niven's behind.
I can't figure out how to work that spot. I'd love to know that.
You don't. You just gotta take it.
You just gotta take it. How do you take this? Bam!
Oh, ouch.
I have no idea.
Just brace yourself. Brace yourself.
Jesus Christ.
But what's her name? Chelsea Green was out there with Piper trying to help her, but I think this was the end. She puts her in the jaded, right? Which is I don't really like this move because it requires a lot of cooperation. Like when they lift her up and they lift their knees up, like obviously they're doing that themselves. And then, but the part where they get slammed on their face is pretty cool, like that. So.
I think it's a great finish, honestly.
I don't think it's a great finish.
Every move
I think
that
it's a fantastic finish.
Every move that they do requires cooperation.
Yeah, you could.
This is obvious cooperation.
Okay.
But anyway,
I don't know. I see what you're saying. Jan. You're not completely wrong, but I just think it's a great looking move.
Yeah.
It does look good, and that was impressive that you did it on Piper Niven. So.
Yeah.
But next on tap for Jade is Nia Jax, because
oh Jesus Christ,
Nia Jax defeated Naomi, so it's another big girl.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
But
somebody somebody might die in that match. There's a chance.
Oh my God. That'll be an interesting one. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that to see how
that
they
one.
work
That one I'm watching just for the spectacle of it. Yeah. I gotta see what happens with that match.
Yeah, that's also a callback to the Royal Rumble when Jade eliminated Nia Jax. So, all right, let me see what I got next. We're gonna skip Shinsuke Nakamura. He keeps losing. He keeps losing, but they keep giving him time to talk, and I don't know how he has any credibility anymore. I mean, I like these scenes, kind of. They look cool, but he's just lost all credibility with me. He's in this King of the Ring. I don't know, but whatever. Let's move along.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
This is good. So this is probably the first really, really good thing that I seen this week. That out of all the wrestling I watched, this one segment was probably the best one.
Yes, agreed.
So Solo is in the back, and he's been the leader, quote unquote, of the bloodline since Roman's not been there since his WrestleMania loss. And Paul Heyman has been freaking out that Solo is doing all this stuff. And he's wearing a nice suit today, nice shoes, which I'm going to show a little bit more in a little bit. But anyways, so Paul Heyman's going to ask Solo to speak to Solo on his own, and he asked the two guys, Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa, to leave the room. And then they have this talk, and I guess I'll play this little couple minute segment.
I'm Roman's wise man. But Solo, you're making decisions.
Like the decision to lie and pull Roman from the draft? Yeah, that one backfired on us, Paul. Because of that mistake, we got drafted in the 3rd round when we should have been number 1.
Oh my God, yeah. They wanted to be 1st-round draft picks. They're ashamed that they were 3rd-round draft picks in the WWE draft.
No comment on that either.
Yeah, I know. No comment on the stupid WWE draft, but let's move along.
You're trying to take money out of my pocket.
Wait. Listen to this.
It's like you're trying to take money out of my pocket. You trying to do that?
Just K-Han's favorite thing right here.
Yeah, the fact that he was a 3rd-round pick instead of a 1st-round pick, it made him look bad. So this is going to cost him in contract negotiations, going to take money out of his pocket, and as he's going to say right now, food out of his kids' mouths.
You trying to? It's like you're trying to take money out of my pocket. You trying to do that? Huh? You trying to take food away from my kids to eat? Huh? You want my kids to starve, Paul?
No.
I know you gotta look at Paul's face. Paul is the best.
Yeah, he is.
Well, last week,
I don't.
you walked by my brother Jay. Did you try to give him a signal or a look that you needed help?
No.
I understand you're the wise man. I know you're trying to protect Roman from the draft, protect us, protect the family, the bloodline. Okay. And you haven't spoken to Roman since he lost our title at WrestleMania, right?
Right.
Well, I have.
Paul Heyman looks up.
And until he comes back,
What? You
I'm
have?
in charge of the bloodline. I call
What
the
the
shots.
fuck? Is this real though?
No,
Be
I don't think he talked to him.
my wise man,
Of course.
by orders of the tribal chief. Give me a hug, wise man. Bring it in.
Give me a hug,
It's okay.
wise man.
Bring it in.
It's like a mafia hug right
I
here.
love you.
Yeah.
Are they gonna eliminate Paul Heyman? Are they gonna like fucking beat him down in the middle of the ring and kick him out of the bloodline or something or what?
No, I think it's not right now. No, but
Oh my God.
these segments will continue to be hilarious and the best the
Yeah.
best that SmackDown has going thing right for now. Actually, the best,
I love you,
maybe the
wise
best,
man.
well, maybe the best thing the WWE has going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, so this is gonna lead to a match between the Street Profits and one of the members of the Street Profits. Was it Montez Ford? Sorry, I screwed that up.
No, I think it was the other one. It was the other one, I believe. If I'm not mistaken.
D'Angelo Dawkins.
Yes, I want to say that's right. Was versus Tomatonga, right?
Yeah, and he's facing Tama Tonga, and here comes Solo, leading the new bloodline with his suit. The way he walks too, incredibly nice shoes. His hairdo, man. Solo is really coming together as a character. This is like
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Like I don't. At
Yeah.
first, I was like not buying him as like the tribal chief or whatever.
Not
the
from the
fuck.
beginning. Worked for me
Yeah.
from the word go.
I liked it from the beginning too. I didn't have a problem with it.
Well, anyways, so this match had some interference from the Bloodline. Damn, that was a fucking mighty spear right there. But yeah, so when Dawkins was gonna go for a dive, Solo was there. This leads to a lot of fighting outside between the Street Profits and the Bloodline. Tonga, Loa, and Solo are gonna beat the shit out of Montez Ford outside, on the outside, which is Solo's gonna give him a mighty spike, just vicious, and that's gonna lead to the end of the match as Tama Tonga beats Montez Ford. So, and Paul Heyman, I think, is gonna be freaked out by this again, right? He's just like, this is. I think it's because I think Paul Heyman is freaked out by them beating up the Street Profits for no reason, because it's like, why are you making more enemies? Like, are they just gonna let this go? Are the Street Profits gonna take this beating and just like look at Heyman? He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And the way Solo's looking straight at him too.
Well, I think what works here is like these are like wild, like the wild, going back to their ancestors, the wild Samoans and whatnot. So they're just running roughshod around a lot of people and things like that. And since they have no control, since Roman is was the brains of the operation and whatnot, so now they're just like they got these three guys that are just wild, crazy guys that are just gonna beat the shit out of everyone.
Yeah. So I guess they're using the Street Profits as jobbers here, right? Because
they're
not going to continue the feud with the Street Profits unless they keep coming out and messing with the Bloodline, because they're not going to let this go. But I guess it'll remain to be seen. There hasn't been a WWE show since this show as of our recording right now, so I guess we'll find out as time passes. But all right, so that's it for the Bloodline business for this week. But good stuff. I will say, to me, that was the first thing that was worth watching to me out of everything I've seen this week. But the main event was AJ Styles against Randy Orton. And the ending was, I think, a victory for Randy Orton. AJ was going to Styles clash him, but it turned into an RKO. And really good marquee main event match, but I really glossed over it. I didn't speak about it too much or watch it. But I think I've seen that before. I'm pretty sure AJ and Randy Orton have had a match. But
okay, yeah. They must have.
Because I do remember at some point AJ trying to do, not in this match, but in some other match, AJ tried to do a phenomenal forearm and Randy countered with an RKO. I don't know if that was in a three-way match or like a one-on-one, but I still remember that moment, that RKO still.
So. All right, that'll be WWE talk for the day. Any concluding comments about Raw and SmackDown before I move on to the AEW madness?
Not really. No, I think it's all been said. I think we've done a pretty good review of the most important topics on both shows.
All right then.
Outside of the Bloodline angle, it wasn't really an eventful week.
No, I agree.
Yeah.